Level 1. The Starter Kit. You're 22, and broke the way 22 is supposed to be broke, not dangerous, just narrow. Bank account sits at $38 most weeks. Payday is the only day that feels like oxygen. You work at a tire shop, $13.50 an hour, and you do the math on the drive home every single day like it's going to change if you check it enough times. It doesn't change. Your cousin Yes posts a story. A flat lay of skincare bottles on a marble countertop that isn't hers. Caption, "This changed my life, and it can change yours too, 2 hearts." You message her as a joke. She calls you within the hour, and she doesn't sound like she's selling anything. She sounds like she found something. The pitch is simple. Buy the starter kit for $199, and you become a brand partner. You sell the product at a markup. You also recruit other people to buy starter kits, and you get a cut of their sales too. Yes shows you her dashboard. Green numbers. Upward lines. She says she made $1,200 last month and barely tried. You don't have $499. You put it on a credit card you swore you wouldn't touch again. The kit arrives, serums, a planner, a lanyard with your new title on it, brand ambassador. You sell 3 bottles to your mom's friends at the markup. You make $90. You post your own flat lay. Nobody from the internet buys anything, but 2 people from your real life ask how it works. And that's the part Yes said matters more than the product ever will. Level 2, the downline. Yes teaches you the actual business, which isn't skincare. It's people. Every person you recruit who buys a kit puts money in your pocket, not from what they sell, but from the simple act of them signing up. She calls it building your downline. You call it what it starts to feel like, a ladder where you only get paid if someone stands beneath you. You recruit your roommate. You recruit a guy from the tire shop who's saving for a wedding. You recruit your roommate's sister, who's 19 and still in school. 6 people, 6 starter kits, 6 lanyards. Your dashboard goes from 1 green line to 7. The trick, Yes explains, isn't selling skincare. Nobody's actually drinking the supplements or wearing the wraps. The trick is the next recruit. Always the next recruit. The product is just the toll you pay to get a badge that lets you collect from other people's tolls. By month 3, you've recruited 14 people across 2 cities. Your downline is 60-some people deep when you count the recruits of your recruits. You've made $4,800 in leadership bonuses, money that has nothing to do with skincare moving off shelves and everything to do with kits moving into garages, where most of them sit, shrink-wrapped, because nobody's actually buying the product at the price the company sets. You quit the tire shop. You tell your mom you're in business development. She asks what that means. You say marketing, and she nods like that explains it, because to her, it kind of does. Level 3, the qualifying order. Here's the part nobody puts in the recruiting video. To stay qualified for your leadership bonus, you have to personally buy a minimum order every month, $300 in product, whether you've sold last month's $300 or not. Yes calls it staying active. What it actually is, a subscription you can't cancel, paid in inventory instead of cash. Your closet fills up. Boxes of serum nobody wants, stacked behind your winter coats. You start doing what Yes does, what the company quietly trains its top earners to do without ever saying it out loud. You sell the unopened boxes to other distributors at a loss, just to convert them back into cash before the next qualifying order is due. You lose money on every box. You make it back, and then some, on the recruiting bonus from the person who buys it from you. You're not selling skincare anymore. You're laundering inventory through your downline to keep your numbers green on a dashboard that only you and Yes ever look at. The roommate's sister, 19, still in school, misses 2 qualifying orders in a row. Yes tells you to reignite her, company language for pressuring her back into spending money she doesn't have. You do it. You tell yourself you're helping her stay consistent. She puts $300 on a card with a $400 limit to stay active. You get a bonus for that. You don't look at the number on the dashboard that night. You just look at it. By month 5, your downline is 140 people. Most of them are losing money. A handful, you, Yaz, and the 4 people above her, are the only ones the math actually works for. You know this because Yaz finally shows you the Real chart, the one that isn't on any dashboard. It's a pyramid, narrow at the top, and you're closer to the top than almost everyone you recruited, which is the only reason you're still up instead of underwater like them. Level 4, the subpoena. It starts with the state attorney general's office, not a detective. Consumer protection. Someone, maybe the roommate's sister, maybe one of the wedding guy's relatives, files a complaint. One complaint becomes a pattern when investigators start pulling income disclosure statements the company is legally required to file every year, the ones almost nobody reads. The statement says, in small print at the bottom, that the majority of distributors make less than they spend. It's been true the whole time. It was true when you showed you her green dashboard. It was true when you showed the wedding guy yours. The investigation isn't about you, specifically, at first. It's about the company. But the company has 11 years of practice at this, and a legal team built for exactly this moment. And what they do is point down. They show the state every leadership-level distributor with a downline over 100 people. Yours is 140. You get a letter, not handcuffs. A civil case, not criminal, deceptive trade practices, pyramid scheme allegations under the state's business code. But Yaz gets named as a co-defendant alongside you, because the recruiting scripts you both used came from her. And because she's the one who taught the reignition language to 6 other leaders, including you. Yaz's lawyer calls you. Not your lawyer, hers, on her instruction. She says she's taking the deposition first. She says she's not naming the people above her, the 4 distributors who taught her the qualifying order trick, the people who built the whole script years before either of you signed anything. She's not naming the company's compliance loopholes she half understood and used anyway. She's taking responsibility for her piece of it and asking you to be honest about yours, but she's not handing you to the state to save herself. The settlement requires restitution. Yaz owes more than you, because her downline was bigger, because she trained the leaders below her, because the dashboard made it look like she'd built something when what she'd built was a structure for moving losses downhill. She sells her car. She moves back in with her parents at 25. You pay your share too, smaller, but real, and it eats 2 years of any savings you might have had. You go back to fixing tires. Different shop, same wage, give or take $1. The roommate's sister never speaks to you again, and you don't blame her. You think about the green dashboard sometimes, how convincing an upward line can look when you don't ask what it's standing on. Yet still calls you sometimes. Neither of you talks about the company by name. You talk about everything else, her parents' house, your new shop, the weather, and underneath all of it is the math you both did wrong for 2 years, the math that only worked if you didn't look past your own line on the chart.